Hi, it's Anthony, Smoke Anthony. And, you know, the internet in general has been talking about this whole entire Lil Tay and her making her spicy website, right? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Lil Tay has a history of just, well, trolling. You know, we found out everything she did was fake and imposed onto her by her brother to become famous and get that clout and everything else. And I thought this was just another thing, the next evolution of her trying to get that clout and that fame because she was so critical of other women had done that. And it seems like she's following in the exact same steps as Danielle Bregoli. So let's just go ahead and hear what Lil Tay said right quick about this.
Y'all already know what the going on. We just broke the link record with the youngest link of the century. $1 million in a couple hours. I'm still the youngest one doing it. For all the grown-ass haters who've been hating since I was 9 years old, look at me now. What y'all got to say? Y'all been doubting me for 7 years. You can hate on me all you want. You can't say Lil Tay ain't winning. So for everybody
Did y'all see that right there? That reminds me of kind of like a, you know, when you're in elementary school, you get those little laminated apples. I can't tell what it says. It says miss something, but you know, you get those little laminated apples that normally have like your assigned desk onto it or something. I'm kind of curious. That's some type of symbol for certain people, like she's trying to attract. I don't know, but I gotta look into that because that little app right there that says miss something. I don't know. Anyways, let's continue.
Up there, do whatever the hell you want with your life. Who gives a fuck what people have to say? And remember this, Lil Tay rich and finna get richer. Oh yeah, and thank you to all my supporters who have pre-ordered since 2018 or whenever you did.
And you see, and that's why I found that creepy. That line right there. Thank you all those who pre-ordered whenever she was when back in 2018, which means when she was like what 9 at that time, right? When she first came out. So I really do think that little apple thing was a symbol for something else. I could be wrong, but when I see that little apple thing, it just kind of reminds me of, like I was trying to say, the you know, when you're a little kid, how laminated, don't know how old you are. They'll give you that. They'll put it on like a chart that show how it's elementary school related, essentially. They just put it that way. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue to look at a few other clips where I was referring to her whole entire brother. But let's see here.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
No. You gotta be like more ignorant. You have to be like.
And yeah, keep in mind, this is her brother saying this to her, and you gotta be more ignorant, which is the stereotypical thing for a lot of black people. Let's be real here. And it's the exact same thing that Danielle Bregoli, but Danielle didn't really fake what she was doing. Same thing as what Vicky did to get on. They imitate the most negative features, emulate the most negative characteristics of black people just to get on and get famous. And then here we go.
Ooh, Lil Tay out here. Wait, what did he say?
You still irrelevant, like I said last time.
But you know, she was always pushed. She always had this push to make money. She was always being exploited, always being used. So in a sense, I empathize with her because this is the next step. If you push somebody to do ignorant stuff to get money, of course they're going to do the 3 or 4 stuff to get money.
I'm dropping the link tomorrow at 3 p.m. EST. The wait has been way too long to have.
Yo, get the fuck off alive.
Get the fuck out of my room.
What are you doing?
You know, at first I thought this was really fake, but it turns out her brother is just kind of a little zesty, it seems like, in other videos I've seen of film.
What You're not fucking dropping any fucking links in this household. This is a Chinese household. You're not fucking dropping no fucking links.
And now she was mixed. Or her mom is Chinese. So, yeah, I guess half Chinese.
Get the fuck out of my room. I don't care about your household. This is my room. Get out.
I will fucking take...
How is that a Chinese household when you got shoes on in the house? I didn't think they did that in China.
All your shit outside. If you drop that fucking link tomorrow, I am taking your shit outside. You're not.
I'll take you outside. Maybe when I drop the link, we can finally get his ass some shampoo. You want to be able to afford some shampoo? Well, it's with this link that I'm dropping tomorrow. Get out. Why are you standing there?
I swear, this little girl has been talking too much ish for too long.
Are you being for real right now?
Why wouldn't I be?
You did all this shit in your career and you're just gonna fucking drop the link because some fucking weirdos on the internet said they want you to.
I'm gonna make a fucking bag.
Who cares?
You're mad that you're fucking...
Make a fucking bag.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Now, I will say that if this is a real interaction, I agree with the brother. Who cares if you're going to make a bag? Not all money is good money and not all money is needed. So in this situation, I just have I understand it's nice and cool right now, but this kind of reminds me of Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields was a child actress who was very desired at an inappropriate age. You can look up her history. She even talks about it too. And she even tries to give advice to young women who are doing things to get attention and money and talk against them for doing it because she did it. I can't remember some of the movies she did, but there was a lot of inappropriate movies and scenes and pictures she did that would not be acceptable today, any way, shape, or form. In fact, if you really think about it, Hollywood as a whole has a very predatory nature towards underage people. But I'm getting a little off topic. I'm digressing. But if this is true, at least she has somebody in her life that's a blood relative that's telling her, hey, no, don't do this. Like, we did all this crazy stuff before, but we never thought you'll cross this line here. Because ideally, whenever you do things like this, who do you attract? Do you attract a nice, respectable man that want to take care of you or try to love you? Or are you going to find a man who just lusted after you and will keep using you? And then once you don't fit their need of their particular lust or financial need, they just won't be there. So sometimes you may find somebody that may be good for the moment, but you won't find somebody good for a lifetime due to your decisions that you make right now. That's why personally, I don't think you should be able to make a spicy site at 18, but here we are. Her and Danielle Bregoli have made their millions, and this is the future of it, I guess. I hope, because the only reason I really know who Danielle Bregoli and Lil Tay were, because I have a daughter around her age, and I remember when she was younger, she would ask me about these girls, and I'll look into them. I was like, nah, I don't like you watching them. You see what they're doing. You see where they're going to be at, things of that nature. So I don't know if there's any more young girls who are still acting crazy online and doing all this stuff to get attention. But I hope she's the last of that particular batch that got known for acting like a hood black person, or this confrontation, or this ignorant at times, even by the words of her own brother. And this will be the end of this particular era.
And this is a broke ass hater. This is what I've been talking about since 2018.
Bro, stop. Yo, get off alive.
Or what?
Get off alive.
Get out of my room.
I'm not gonna say this again.
Get out of my.
Who does she hang around? I'm just kind of curious, because the way she talks and carry herself lately is not like necessarily a good Chinese girl, or how Chinese Canadian, because she's Canadian, right?
Room. I'm 18. What makes you think you have the right to control me? You want to?
You literally tried.
And I'm glad she said that. I want to tie this into Cassie, P. Diddy, and Shannon Sharpe. Okay, so young attractive women know that they are the most valuable at the age of 18. And when I was in high school, hell, even when I was in middle school, I remember when I was in middle school, my 8th grade prom, one of the girls there bought a Marine to her prom. That was her date. Again, the Marine was like in his early 20s. She was, when I say early 20s, I think he just turned 20 or 19. And she was 13, maybe 14 at the time, at an 8th grade prom. And everybody knew she was dating him. She told everybody who were adults there that was her brother. They believed it, whatever. That's why I seen on a personal, and even in high school, like when you're like 17, 18-year-old, what ends up happening, a lot of girls end up dating college guys your senior year or just grown adults. It happens a lot. or you find out they dove back and date teachers as soon as they graduated from the school. We all know stories like that. So whenever you have young, pretty women who are untainted in a sense, and I mean by untainted is they don't have a lot of bad relationships, or are not necessarily bitter, and they have confidence in themselves because they know, because when they're 18, when they're that young, they're always getting a lot of looks and stares. They know they're at the prime of their life. So when you have that expectation, like, hey, I'm good looking, I'm hot, I can get into these stores for free, people will do stuff for me because of how I look. So what's the next thing you're going to do? Use your looks to try to get money, like Lil Tay is doing, kind of like how Cassie did. That's why I said Cassie was not the best victim in this whole entire situation when it came to the Diddy trial, because they try to use her age, but time and time we see again that young, pretty women want money. They want that security. Money equals security, and women want to feel secure. Cassie had a history as soon as she was like 17, or was it 16, something like that, dating somebody older, and people were okay with it because why, that man was financially stable, secure. They loved that man when she was like 19 and went to Diddy. Now people are saying that Diddy was manipulating a shark and all this other kind of stuff. Now he did do some horrible things, but as more and more time passes and things progress, we hear Cassie was really more the predator in that situation with the things she wanted. So that's why I always, when I hear these stories and I see this, I'm just kind of like, okay, whatever. And Shannon Sharpe. Now, let's be real here. We all had those uncles, grandfathers, and stuff like that. They will talk about the young things and things of that nature. And you'll see them talk. Like, if you go to a barbershop, let's be real here, you'll hear stories. So it's not anything surprising or new. And again, a lot of the time you'll hear those men talking about, man, I got caught up and she took me for this and that, third. It's just what it is. Young, pretty girls are normally have pretty moms that would teach them the value and what to do, what to not to do, how to move with things of that nature. So it's not always that somebody is innocent and it's pure. It's more like they're pretty. They may be not as damaged, but they know what they're doing because they're taught the game from their mothers. I kind of got off topic there, but I just kind of want to link all that together. That when you see that somebody that has a love for money, they'll think about that first before anything else.
I'm a woman now. You want to control my decisions as a woman?
You literally turned 18 like 48 hours ago. What are you talking about?
So what? I'm still 18. The law says I can do it. The law says get the fuck out of my room.
Barely.
Get out of my room.
Stop this.
Get out of my room.
Stop this.
The link is coming tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST.
This.
Tomorrow, 3 p.m.
This.
EST. The link is dropping. Whether this broke,
pack all your
whether you want it or not.
And you are out of this house.
Now, you saw that how her brother used her, and I'll go over a few of her clips on her Instagram from way back in the day, that used her to exploit her for money. I'm kind of curious, will he have this big of an issue if he was getting a cut? Because he didn't have a problem with it before when she was younger and underage.
I swear on my life.
You should be out of this house.
For what?
We could buy you your own house with the money out.
Bro,
with the
get
fucking
off
bag
live.
I'm about to
Why
make.
are you on
Get
live?
the hell out.
Why are you on live and telling people you're gonna drop a fucking link?
Are you for real?
Everything's about
Get out. It is about the bag. You're just mad that you're broke. You're mad that no agency came to you before your 18th birthday and said, hey, we'll give you 30 to 40 mil to drop a link.
Lil Tay.
And honestly, I think that's true. The industry is crazy. Anyways, this is how we are all introduced to the youngest Flesser, right?
Lil Tay just copped a brand new Ferrari. Y'all haven't seen this car in your lives. I'm out here flexing and all y'all broke ass haters. I got a $350,000 chain. Y'all haven't seen this in your lives. I'm richer than all y'all broke ass haters. Y'all grown ass men hating on me because y'all broke and jealous. Y'all rappers out here, I ain't even started rapping yet, but I'm richer than you, bitch.
Hey, I'll go
Yo, what's up? This Lil Tay, the youngest flexer of the century. I'm gonna be talking about the fight between me, Vicky, and Bad Baby. Tried to sneak Vicky from the back. Like she tried to punch Vicky. You can't fight properly? You a pussy. She knew that I could smack her auntie and I can destroy her. You were the one that called the cops. The biggest.
You know, I figured out all about that fight with her, with Vicky and stuff, and Bad Baby.
Snitch ever. You went on Twitter and tweeted those lies. Back with those Twitter fingers. Bad Baby, you a bitch.
I didn't know about that. Okay.
Forget Lil Tay. We out here getting it. Big houses, big Benzes.
And that's when she made her comeback. Okay. But yeah. Anyways, you guys tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.